Statistics are used everywhere, from predicting where stocks move in the market to even your daily weather forecast. Statistics as a mathematical model are used to help accurately predict results given by previously used data. In science, statistics are crucial in analyzing and understanding what your data means. It plays a major role in supporting hypotheses and gives significance to data sets to further prove theories. It may seem daunting to a lot of science students at first, however, throughout your career you will find yourself using statistics more and more. First, we can begin with some key terms that you will hear endlessly. Let's pretend you are a botanist, a scientist that studies plants, and you are studying what nutrients help flowers grow. You're given a field with a wide variety of flowers, and the nutrients you decide to add are nitrogen and phosphorus independently. You section off 3 parts of the field and leave one without any nutrients, known as your control. And then you add one with just nitrogen and then one with just phosphorus to be tested. Every week you measure the height of a few flowers in your population to measure their growth. In this scenario, your independent variable is your nutrient type. An independent variable is a variable that does not depend on that of another. However, a dependent variable is one that does depend on another. In this case, flower height is your dependent variable because the height of the flower depends on how much nutrients the flower receives. The way you organize your data set is important too. Quantitative data are variables that are numerical, for example, height. You're measuring how tall each flower is and recording it separately in your notes. There's also qualitative data, which are variables that are categorical. For example, color. So instead of measuring and recording the height of each flowers and sorting them that way, you can instead categorize them by the color of the leaves. Realistically, we can't measure the heights of all the flowers in the field. There are simply just too many. The total number of flowers, even the ones we cannot account for, are the population of this experiment. The population of your dataset refers to the total number of values. Instead, you decide to take a smaller random section of your population known as a sample. A sample is a small section of that larger population used to estimate the population. Another important topic used in basic statistics is central tendency. Central tendency provides statisticians with a typical value of their data distribution. Some examples of ways to measure central tendency are by finding the mean, the median, and the mode of the sample. In the course of this video, we will cover both the mean and the median. So, for example, we can have a teacher who wants to determine whether her afternoon students test better than her morning students. She gives each class, the morning one and the afternoon one, the same test and marks them using the same marking sheet. She put the grade of the students in a chart, but how can she tell who did better? First, she begins by taking the mean, the average of the 2 classes individually. She does this by adding up all of the marks for each student and then divides them by the number of students in each class. For the morning class, she calculates an average of 69.8%. For the afternoon class, she calculates an average of 65.5%. Do you think these values accurately represent how well the class did? Calculating the average is important, but sometimes we need to do more to further understand what the data is telling us. The median is the middle value in a set of values. After rearranging her grades in numerical order, the teacher can then visually determine which grade is at the center. When there are 2 values that are in the middle, you simply add the 2 values together and divide by 2 to get your median. In this example, we would add 60 and 85 for the morning class and divide it by 2 to get our median of 72.5. She also finds the median of 72.5 for the afternoon class. So what does this tell us? By using the median, we can see that there really is no difference in the grades for each of the classes. Statistics may seem like a lot of numbers and data sets, which can get a little dull to sort through. However, there are many aspects of statistics that are important in visualizing data sets and organizing them in a manner to make it easier for readers to comprehend. Histograms are a great way to organize data to find central tendency visually. They may just look like an ordinary bar graph, but they actually provide a lot of information on the distribution of your data. They're able to tell you which direction your data favors, as well as an estimated value of central tendency. Imagine you collect a sample of snakes and measure how long they are for a study about how deforestation affects snake length in the tropical region. The species of snake you are studying already have a recorded average healthy length of 32 centimeters. Using all the recorded lengths of snakes from your study, we can construct a histogram. Through this, we can see that most snakes range between 11 centimeters to 20 centimeters. Without even calculating the mean, median, or mode value, we have already visualized where the average length of snake falls in our study and how our data is distributed. We can see that the average snake length determined is already shorter than the average value of a healthy snake, and we can theorize that deforestation may affect average snake length just based off the histogram produced. Statistics are crucial in collecting, understanding, and interpreting data. Understanding basic terms such as an independent versus a dependent variable, or qualitative versus quantitative data, and populations and samples are keys to establishing a strong foundation in the subject. The most common statistical practice you will come across will be the measurement of central tendency using the mean or median of your data. This can be calculated or visually estimated through a histogram. Understanding how your data is distributed provides major insights on what conclusions can be drawn from any study taken. It is the most important tool you will have in your experiment.